When the heart whispers a path toward peace, take a slow breath in and gently let it go. Allow your body to soften, allow the weight of the day to ease. There is nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to be, only this moment, only this breath, Elias. Notice the whisper long before he understood what it was. It did not arrive loudly. It did not interrupt his thoughts or demand change. It came quietly like a soft current beneath still water, present, but subtle, easy to ignore, easy to explain away. As tiredness or routine, his life was full, structured, organized, and outwardly successful. Each day unfolded in the same familiar pattern. The alarm sounded, the morning light crept through the curtains. He showered, dressed, commuted through streets. Already a life with motion and purpose. Work filled the hours with tasks, meetings, responsibilities, and expectations. Evenings returned him home where routine wrapped around him like a comfortable blanket. Everything worked, and yet something within him felt distant, as if a part of him was observing life rather than living it, as though his inner self had taken a half step back from the rhythm of his days. The whisper came most often in the evenings, when the light softened and shadows lengthened across the walls, when the noise of the city settled into a distant hum. It lived somewhere behind his ribs, a gentle pressure, a subtle ache, a knowing without language. Elias learned to distract himself whenever it appeared. Screens glowed, music played. Endlessly, his attention scattered across conversations and images. Anything to avoid the quiet, anything to prevent the whisper from becoming clearer. But the heart is patient, and when it is not heard, it waits without anger, without urgency, simply waiting. One evening after a long day, Elias turned off the lights earlier than usual. The room was dim, and still moonlight spilled across the floor, casting soft shapes along the walls. He lowered himself to the floor, resting his back against the sofa, hands loose and open in his lap. For the first time in a long while, he did not reach for distraction. He stayed with the silence. His breath slowed. His shoulders softened. The whisper rose gently, not louder, but closer, and within that closeness, a memory surfaced, bare feet touching cool earth. A younger version of himself, walking beside a quiet lake, the water lapping softly against the shore. No hurry, no destination, only movement and presence. The memory lingered and wrapped around him. Like warmth that night, Elias slept deeply, the kind of sleep that reaches places long, untouched, restoring something unnamed. In the days that followed, the whisper returned more frequently, but it felt different. Now less distant, more familiar. It appeared when he rushed through meals, when he agreed to commitments that felt heavy in his chest, when he ignored the signals of his body. It never scolded, never accused. It simply reminded something in you needs care, something in you longs for peace. One quiet morning, as the city moved around him, Elias packed a small bag. There was no plan, no itinerary, no destination marked on a map, only a sense of moving away from noise towards stillness. The train carried him beyond the familiar skyline. Buildings gradually gave way to trees to open fields. The sky widened, and with it, his breath. Each mile seemed to loosen something inside him. He arrived in a small town by afternoon, a place that felt unhurried, untouched by urgency. A river curved gently through its center, water moving without effort, as if time itself had slowed to match its pace. The inn welcomed him with warmth. A simple room overlooking the river, windows open to fresh air, curtains stirring softly. That evening, Elias walked along the riverbank, each step slower than the last, the ground steady beneath his feet, the air cool and grounding, the whisper soft and not gone, but calmer. Over the next days, Elias did very little, and in doing so felt more alive than he had in years. He woke with a light, ate when hungry, rested when tired. He watched the river change color with the sky, listened to birds settle into trees at dusk, felt the sun warm his skin. Memories surfaced, some joyful, some heavy, all allowed peace. He realized was not the absence of thought, but the absence of resistance. One afternoon he sat on a smooth stone near the water, an elderly man nearby Feeding fish silence shared without discomfort. After a long while, the man spoke, saying, "The heart grows quiet when it is heard." Elias felt the truth of those words settle gently within him that night. Beneath a wide sky scattered with stars, he lay awake. Not restless but aware, the whisper remained, but it no longer asked anything. It rested. When Elias returned home, life did not transform instantly. Responsibilities still waited, routine still existed, but something within him had shifted. He listened more, paused more, chose softness where he once chose speed. Each evening he placed a hand on his chest and breathed. The whisper grew faint, not because it disappeared, but because peace had arrived. If you are here now, resting, listening, know this: your heart speaks in sensations and longings and quiet moments. You do not need to rush, you only need to listen. Let your breathing slow. Let the night hold you. The path toward peace begins here, with stillness, with listening, with rest. Sleep now gently, easily. The heart is calm, the night is kind.